The sound of roaring engines filled the air as a notorious biker gang rolled through the streets, their rugged leather jackets and untamed appearances intimidating everyone in sight. But beneath the tough exterior, the gang faced a surprising dilemma. Their image had grown stale, and they were no longer feared. They were just outdated. Enter Kim Kardashian. When the gang decided to rebrand themselves as the most stylish crew in town, they turned to the queen of glam herself. Kim, always up for a challenge, agreed to take on the impossible task, transforming these Rough Riders into a fashion-forward, internet-breaking phenomenon. But it wouldn't be easy. The bikers scoffed at the idea of skincare routines, and scoffed even louder when Kim suggested swapping their weather jackets for bold, high-fashion designs. "Trust me," Kim said, her confident smile unwavering. "By the time I'm done with you, you'll be trending worldwide." The gang exchanged doubtful glances, unaware of just how life-changing and hilarious their journey was about to become. Can Kim Kardashian's glam squad pull off the ultimate makeover? Or will these bikers prove too rough to refine? Stay tuned for a story of grit, glitter, and a whole lot of surprises. Enter Kim Kardashian. The sound of engines reverberated through the air as the biker gang arrived at their makeshift headquarters, a dusty lot filled with motorcycles and leather-clad riders. Razor, the gang's self-appointed leader, dismounted his bike with a smirk. "All right, boys," he said, folding his arms. "Let's see what this Kardashian is all about." The gang barely had time to snicker before a sleek black SUV pulled up, its glossy exterior reflecting the sunlight. The door opened, and out stepped Kim Kardashian, her glamorous heels clicking against the pavement. Dressed in a perfectly tailored jumpsuit and oversized sunglasses, she surveyed the gang with a raised eyebrow. "Well," she said, removing her sunglasses with a dramatic flourish, "this is going to be fun." The bikers stared, their expressions a mix of confusion and disbelief. "You're Kim Kardashian?" Slick asked, his tone skeptical. "Yes, and you're in desperate need of my help," she replied, unfazed. "But don't worry, I'm here to fix all this." She gestured at their rugged appearances, from Tank's grease-stained jacket to wheels-torn jeans. Razor chuckled, leaning against his bike. "Fix us? Lady, we're not broken." Kim stepped closer, her confident aura silencing the gang. "Honey, style isn't about being broken, it's about evolving. By the time I'm done with you, you'll be the talk of the internet. Now, where's your closet?" The gang burst into laughter, but Kim stood her ground, smirking. "Laugh all you want, but this makeover isn't optional." Razor shook his head. "All right, Kardashian, show us what you've got. But don't expect us to walk a runway." Kim's grin widened. "Oh, we're going way beyond runways." Kim stepped into the gang's ramshackle clubhouse, a stark contrast to her polished, glamorous presence. The walls were plastered with faded posters, the floor littered with tools and scraps of leather. She surveyed the scene with a mixture of curiosity and mild horror. "Wow," she said, her voice dripping with sarcasm. "I've seen fixer-uppers before, but this is next level." The gang, now gathered around a dusty table, exchanged amused glances. "What exactly is your vision, Kardashian?" Razor asked, arms crossed. Kim placed her oversized purse on the table and pulled out a sleek portfolio. She opened it to reveal bold sketches of leather jackets with intricate embroidery, edgy boots with studs, and a mix of tough yet fashionable accessories. "This," she said, pointing to the designs, "is how you blend grit with glam. Think rugged elegance, biker couture. Trust me, this will break the internet." Tank raised an eyebrow. "You want us to wear that? We're not walking into a fashion show." Kim smirked. "Who said anything about a fashion show? You're going to redefine what it means to be a biker gang. Toughness isn't just about what you ride. It's about how you carry yourself. And this is power." Slick leaned over the table, eyeing the designs with a mix of skepticism and intrigue. "What's in it for us?" he asked. Kim straightened, her confidence unshaken. "Respect, recognition, and a chance to be remembered for more than just scaring townsfolk. You'll be legends." The gang exchanged uncertain glances. Razor finally spoke up. "All right, Kardashian, we'll play along for now. But don't expect us to glitter." Kim smiled knowingly. "Oh, don't worry, you'll shine." Kim wasted no time getting to work. She stood in the center of the clubhouse, directing her glam squad like a general commanding an army. Rolling racks of clothes, trays of grooming tools, and mirrors surrounded the stunned bikers, who were more accustomed to oil-stained tools than designer fabrics. "All right, listen up," Kim called out, clapping her hands. "First, we're tackling the basics: grooming, posture, and personal style. You can't wear the look if you don't carry the confidence." The bikers exchanged uneasy glances. Tank grumbled, "Grooming? What's wrong with a little grease?" Kim didn't flinch. She snapped her fingers, and her team descended on Tank with scissors, combs, and a bottle of shampoo. "We're starting with hair," she said. "It's time to trade wild for refined." Meanwhile, Wheels was ushered to a mirror where a stylist held up a razor. "We're not shaving it all off," the stylist reassured him. "Just cleaning it up." Across the room, Razor stared skeptically as another member of Kim's team measured him for a tailored jacket. "This is ridiculous," he muttered. Kim approached, her expression both kind and firm. "Razor, style isn't about losing who you are. It's about enhancing it. Trust me, you'll still look tough. Just better." Slick, meanwhile, found himself in a skincare tutorial. "I'm a biker, not a beauty guru," he protested, recoiling as a stylist applied a face mask. Kim laughed. "Even bikers deserve good skin, darling." By the end of the day, the gang looked less like skeptics and more like works in progress. "This is just the start," Kim said, surveying her team with satisfaction. "Tomorrow, we take it up a notch." The next morning, the bikers arrived at the clubhouse to find Kim standing in front of a full-length mirror, her glam squad beside her. She held a clipboard and an air of authority that immediately silenced their grumbling. "Today," she began, "we're not just talking about style. We're talking about confidence, because no outfit will save you if you don't believe you own it." Razor folded his arms. "Confidence? We're bikers. We don't need a pep talk to walk tall." Kim raised an eyebrow, her tone sharp but playful. "Really? Then why does everyone in town cross the street when they see you?" "Intimidation isn't confidence, Razor. It's insecurity. Real confidence draws people in." The bikers exchanged awkward glances. Tank muttered, "She might have a point." "Thank you, Tank," Kim said, smirking. "Now, we're going to practice how to command attention without scaring people. Everyone, line up in front of the mirror." One by one, Kim had the bikers walk toward the mirror while her squad gave pointers. Wheels struggled to keep his shoulders back, while Slick kept glancing at his reflection, clearly distracted. "Stop checking yourself out, Slick," Kim teased. She moved to Razor, who stood stiffly in front of the mirror. "Relax," she said. "Confidence doesn't mean acting tough. It means being comfortable in your skin. Try again." With Kim's guidance, Razor softened his stance, walking with an ease that surprised even him. "Not bad," Kim said, nodding approvingly. "Now, imagine how you'll feel once we finish the makeover." The session ended with laughter and newfound energy. For the first time, the bikers began to see the potential Kim had been talking about. "Tomorrow," Kim announced, "we unveil your new looks. Get ready to shine." The makeover process. The day of the makeover began with racks of clothes being rolled into the clubhouse, each one more eye-catching than the last. Kim walked in, clapping her hands. "All right, team, today is all about the wardrobe. You're saying goodbye to ripped jeans and oil-stained jackets, and hello to high-fashion biker couture." The bikers groaned, already feeling out of their depth. Razor crossed his arms. "We're not models, Kardashian. This better not include sequins." Kim smirked. "No sequins, unless you ask nicely. But trust me, you'll still look tough. Just a lot more polished." She turned to her glam squad, who began sorting through the outfits. Each biker was assigned a customized look that balanced their rugged identity with modern flair. Tank was the first to try on his outfit. A sleek black leather jacket with silver stud detailing, paired with dark jeans and combat boots. He glanced at himself in the mirror and muttered, "Not bad." Next, Wheels emerged in a bold red biker jacket with intricate embroidery, exuding youthful energy. "I feel expensive," he said, grinning nervously. Slick's look featured a tailored jacket with glossy accents and matching aviators. "Now this," he said, smirking at his reflection, "is my style." Finally, Razor stepped out in a deep navy leather jacket with subtle metallic touches, his look exuding authority. He stared at his reflection, speechless. Kim clapped her hands. See? Tough and stylish. This is what I'm talking about. The gang exchanged glances, their skepticism melting into reluctant admiration. All right, Razor said. You've got our attention. Kim smiled. Good. Because the next step is grooming. And trust me, you're going to thank me later. The bikers were herded into makeshift grooming stations set up in the clubhouse. Mirrors lined the walls, surrounded by bright lights, as Kim's Glam squad readied their tools. Razor eyed the scene warily. Grooming? We're bikers, not movie stars. Kim stepped forward, her confidence unshaken. Listen, Razor, grooming isn't about vanity. It's about showing the world you take pride in yourself. Now sit. Reluctantly, Razor sank into a chair as a stylist approached with clippers. Meanwhile, Tank watched from the sidelines, muttering, No way anyone's touching my beard. Kim smirked. Don't worry, Tank. We're not shaving it off, just cleaning it up. A well-groomed beard is a powerful look. The process began. Razor's unruly hair was tamed into a sharp, modern cut that still retained his rugged edge. Tank's beard was shaped and conditioned, giving him a more polished appearance without losing his tough guy charm. Wheels, initially nervous, emerged from his session with a fresh fade that highlighted his youthful energy. Whoa, he said, running a hand through his hair. I look cool. Slick's grooming session was more dramatic. His signature messy style was transformed into a sleek, textured look that matched his glossy new outfit. This, he said, grinning at the mirror, is next level. By the time the makeovers were complete, the gang looked unrecognizable, but in the best way. Kim stepped back, admiring their transformation. Now that, she said, gesturing to the group, is a glam biker gang. The bikers exchanged glances, their usual bravado replaced by genuine surprise. All right, Kardashian, Razor said, smirking. Maybe you're onto something. Kim grinned. I know, but we're not done yet. Next up, learning how to own your new look. With their outfits and grooming complete, the bikers gathered in the clubhouse, their confidence starting to show. Kim stood in the center, holding a collection of bold accessories. Chunky silver chains, studded gloves, aviator sunglasses, and intricately designed helmets. Listen up, she began, holding up a sleek leather belt with a custom buckle. Accessories are the cherry on top. They're not just about looking good. They tell the world who you are. So, let's make a statement. Slick stepped forward, eyeing a pair of mirrored aviators. I'll take these, he said, sliding them on and smirking. Now we're talking. Kim handed Wheels a pair of fingerless gloves with red stitching to match his jacket. These scream youthful energy with a touch of rebellion, she said. Wheels grinned, flexing his hands. I feel like a superhero. For Tank, she chose a heavy silver chain and a pair of studded boots. These enhance your whole powerhouse vibe, she said, helping him adjust the chain. Tank nodded, muttering, not bad. Finally, Kim approached Razor, holding a custom helmet with sleek metallic accents. This, she said, placing it in his hands, is leadership. It's bold but not over the top, just like you. Razor studied the helmet, then slipped it on. He looked in the mirror, his tough demeanor softening slightly. I can work with this, he said. Kim stepped back, surveying the group. Now you don't just look the part, you own it. Accessories complete the package, and you guys are killing it. The bikers exchanged glances, their skepticism replaced by growing excitement. For the first time, they began to see themselves as more than just rough riders. Next up, Kim said with a smile, it's time to showcase your new look to the world. The clubhouse was unrecognizable, transformed into a full-fledged photoshoot studio. Bright lights, a red carpet, and a custom backdrop featuring bold, biker-inspired graphics set the stage. Kim stood in front of the gang, a camera in one hand and a vision in her eyes. All right, team, she said, clapping her hands. This is where you show the world what you've become. You're not just bikers anymore. You're icons. Now, strike a pose. The bikers exchanged uncertain glances. Pose? Razor asked, shifting uncomfortably. We don't pose. Kim smirked. You do now. Relax, it's all about attitude. Think of it like riding into town for the first time, except with better lighting. Slick stepped forward first, slipping on his aviators and leaning casually against his bike. "Like this?" he asked, smirking. Kim nodded. "Perfect. Own it." Wheels followed, hopping onto a sleek motorcycle and flashing a confident grin. "This is kind of fun," he admitted as the camera clicked. Tank crossed his arms, his heavy silver chain catching the light. "This is ridiculous," he muttered, but his brooding pose turned out to be one of the most striking shots of the day. Finally, Razor took center stage, his custom helmet in one hand and a commanding stare aimed at the camera. Kim snapped a series of shots, her smile growing. "That's leadership," she said. By the end of the session, the bikers were laughing and swapping compliments, their initial resistance replaced by genuine excitement. Kim flipped through the photos, holding up her phone to reveal the results. "You've gone from rough to refined," she said, grinning. "Get ready, because these photos are about to break the internet." The gang cheered, their transformation nearly complete. The next day, Kim uploaded the bikers' photoshoot highlights to Instagram with a bold caption, "From rough riders to style icons. Meet the most stylish biker gang ever." The post instantly went viral. Within minutes, the comment section was flooded with reactions. "Is this real? They look amazing. Biker couture is the vibe I didn't know I needed." Leave it to Kim Kardashian to make bikers trend worldwide. The bikers gathered around a tablet in the clubhouse, watching the likes and comments pour in. Wheels nearly dropped his drink. 10,000 likes in 10 minutes? Is this for real? Slick leaned over his shoulder, grinning. "Look at this one. I'd let this gang take over my town any day." Tank folded his arms, pretending not to care. "It's just Instagram," he muttered, but the slight smile on his face betrayed his pride. Razor, scrolling through the comments, shook his head in disbelief. "This is crazy. We've never gotten attention like this, at least not the good kind." Kim entered the room, her phone buzzing with notifications. "Congratulations, boys," she said, her tone equal parts triumphant and amused. "You're officially internet icons. The world loves a good transformation, and you just gave them the best one yet." The gang exchanged glances, their skepticism fully replaced by pride. For the first time, they weren't just the rowdy bikers people avoided. They were admired, even celebrated. Kim smiled knowingly. "See? Style isn't just about clothes. It's about showing the world who you really are. And now, everyone knows you're more than just a gang. You're legends." As the bikers laughed and cheered, their transformation was finally complete. The final reveal. The buzz from their viral fame hadn't settled when Kim announced the final stage of their transformation, a grand reveal during a town parade. "It's one thing to trend online," she told the bikers. "Now, you need to show up in real life. This town needs to see you as the legends you've become." The gang looked at her in disbelief. "A parade?" Razor asked, raising an eyebrow. "You expect us to wave at people like we're beauty queens?" Kim smirked. "No waving necessary. Just show up, own your new look, and let the town see the new you. And yes, there will be cameras. Lots of cameras." Preparations began immediately. The bikers' custom motorcycles were polished to perfection, each one adorned with sleek new detailing to match their outfits. Kim's team added final touches to their wardrobe. Razor's jacket now featured subtle silver accents, while Wheel's gloves were upgraded with matching red stitching. "Remember," Kim said during their final prep session, "this isn't just about looking good. It's about showing the town who you are now. Confident, stylish, unstoppable." The bikers nodded, their usual grumbling replaced with a quiet determination. Even Tank, who had been the most resistant to the makeover, adjusted his silver chain with pride. As the day of the parade arrived, the bikers lined up behind their motorcycles, the roar of the engines reverberating through the streets. The townspeople gathered in droves, murmuring with anticipation. Kim stood at the sidelines, giving them one last nod. "This is your moment. Show them the legends you've become." With that, the bikers revved their engines and rode into the parade, their transformation about to be unveiled to the world. The sound of revving engines echoed down the main street as the bikers roared into the parade. Their custom motorcycles gleamed under the sunlight, each one an extension of their newfound style. The crowd, initially unsure of what to expect, erupted into cheers as the gang made their grand entrance. Razor led the group, his deep navy leather jacket catching the light as he gave a subtle nod to the crowd. Behind him, Wheels popped a wheelie, earning gasps and applause from the spectators. Slick, ever the showman, removed his aviators with a flourish, winking at a group of fans holding handmade signs. Tank brought up the rear, his massive frame towering over his sleek black bike. He flashed a rare grin at a group of kids who waved excitedly, their enthusiasm contagious. Kim watched from the sidelines, her arms crossed and a proud smile on her face. "That," she said to her Glam squad, "is how you make an entrance." As the bikers rode down the street, the townspeople couldn't stop snapping photos and recording videos. Social media buzzed with live updates, captions like, "The bikers are back. This time in style. Kim Kardashian's magic strikes again. Willow Creek's toughest gang just became its coolest crew." The bikers pulled up to the parade's main stage, parking their bikes in perfect formation. Razor stepped forward, taking the microphone handed to him by the mayor. "We've been a lot of things in this town," he began, his voice steady. "But thanks to Kim, we're showing the world, and ourselves, that we can be more." The crowd erupted into applause, the bikers standing tall as their transformation continued to captivate the town. The crowd's energy was electric as Razor finished his speech. Cheers and applause echoed through the streets, and for the first time, the bikers weren't met with wary glances or cautious whispers. They were greeted with admiration. "Can you believe this?" Wheels muttered, looking at the sea of smiling faces. "They actually like us." Tank, usually stoic, nodded slowly. "Yeah, feels weird, but good." Kim stood nearby, watching with a satisfied smile as the townspeople approached the bikers. Parents brought their kids over to meet the newly transformed gang, and local shopkeepers shook their hands, expressing gratitude. One elderly woman, clutching a small bouquet of flowers, approached Razor. "I used to cross the street when I saw you boys coming," she said, her voice trembling slightly. "But today, I see you differently. You're not just bikers. You're part of this town." Razor hesitated for a moment before accepting the flowers with a rare, genuine smile. "Thank you," he said softly. Slick, meanwhile, posed for selfies with a group of teenagers. "Tag me in that," he joked, earning laughs. Wheels found himself teaching a young boy how to mimic his riding stunts, safely, of course, while Tank helped a family snap photos with his towering bike. Social media buzzed with posts. "The bikers aren't just stylish. They're awesome. Kim Kardashian really worked magic with these guys. Willow Creek's biker gang is trending, and we're here for it." Kim approached Razor, her smile unwavering. "I told you style wasn't just about clothes. You've changed how people see you, and how you see yourselves." Razor nodded, his expression thoughtful. "You were right, and I didn't think I'd ever say that." As the parade came to a close, the bikers stood together on the main stage, their custom motorcycles gleaming under the spotlight. The town's mayor stepped forward, holding a golden plaque engraved with the words, "Willow Creek's Biker Legends," a testament to transformation. The mayor turned to the gang, a smile on his face. "Today, we're not just celebrating a parade or a makeover. We're celebrating growth, second chances, and the incredible power of change. You've shown this town, and the world, that even the toughest people can evolve." The crowd erupted into applause as Razor accepted the plaque. He held it up for everyone to see, his usual tough exterior softened by a rare moment of humility. "We came here as a gang," he said, his voice steady, "but thanks to Kim, and all of you, we're leaving as something more. This town gave us a chance, and we won't forget it." Wheels stepped up to the microphone, his excitement barely contained. "And don't forget to follow us on Instagram," he joked, earning laughs from the crowd. Kim approached the gang, her arms crossed and a proud smile on her face. "You've done the work, and now the world knows who you really are. This isn't just the end of a makeover. It's the start of a new chapter." The bikers nodded, each of them standing taller, their newfound confidence shining through. As they mounted their bikes, Razor turned to Kim one last time. "Thanks for believing in us." Kim grinned. "Always." With engines roaring, The bikers rode off into the sunset, leaving behind a legacy of grit, glam, and redemption. Outro and call to action. As the bikers disappeared into the horizon, Kim turned back to the camera, the noise of the crowd still buzzing in the background. She adjusted her sunglasses, her tone a mix of pride and excitement. Today wasn't just about style or going viral, she began. It was about showing that anyone, yes, anyone, can transform if they're willing to embrace change. She gestured toward the crowd behind her, where families mingled and kids ran around, inspired by what they'd witnessed. The bikers didn't just upgrade their looks. They changed how people see them and how they see themselves. And that's the real glow-up. Clips from the bikers' journey flashed on the screen. Razor's confident pose in the photo shoot, Will's teaching a kid to ride safely, Slick cracking jokes during his grooming session, and Tank receiving cheers from the crowd. Kim smiled as she continued. Transformation isn't about becoming someone else. It's about becoming the best version of who you already are. And let's be honest, they nailed it. She leaned closer to the camera, lowering her voice conspiratorially. But here's the thing. Transformation isn't just for bikers. What's your story? What's holding you back from stepping into your own spotlight? Kim straightened, her smile widening. Think about it. And while you do, hit that like button, because I know you love this journey as much as I did. The screen cut to the bikers waving from their Instagram-worthy bikes, teasing the audience for what's to come. Kim stepped closer to the camera, her expression playful, yet commanding. All right, everyone, if you loved watching this incredible transformation, and come on, how could you not? Then you know what to do. She held up one finger. First, hit that like button and show some love for our stylish biker legends. They earned it. Raising a second finger, she continued, second, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. There's more where this came from, more makeovers, more inspiring stories, and definitely more moments that break the internet. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. She gestured behind her to the bikers, who were now posing for selfies with the crowd. And third, share this video with your friends, your family, or anyone who needs a reminder that transformation is possible. Whether it's a new look, a fresh start, or just a little extra confidence, this is proof that it's never too late to reinvent yourself. The camera zoomed in slightly as Kim delivered her final message. And remember, transformation isn't just about the outside. It's about finding the courage to step into a new chapter, just like these guys did. So, what's your next chapter going to be? The video cut to a final montage of the bikers riding off into the sunset, their engines roaring as the words, "Subscribe for more inspiring stories," appeared on the screen.